Hey everyone, I'm Kelly and this is Kelly Hill Yoga. Welcome back to my farm here in Southwest Virginia. This is one of my favorite places to practice. I know that I say that about everywhere that I am when I'm outside. I just love being out here, especially around twilight. The deer usually come and hang out right behind me, but it's a little bit earlier in the day today, so we probably will not see them. Do apologize, it's a little bit windy out, so you might have that play into the sound a little bit today, but other than that, let's get started. Today's practice is a little bit more of a heated practice. Beginners are more than welcome to do this. We're not doing anything crazy pose-wise, we're just matching a lot more breath to movement here in this practice. So I will walk you through sequences the first time, and then the second time we'll get really fluid and beautiful with our movement. All right, so whenever you're ready, we'll get started. And today we're going to get started standing. We're going to start in Tadasana today. So you can stand, come to the top of your mat here. You may choose to have your hands at your heart, or if you want to, you can bring those hands down to either side. Let's take our feet a little bit narrower than hip width here, okay? And then we're going to have our feet facing forward. We're going to drive through those feet. Feel that narrow or that pathway of energy we get up through the midline of the body. And let's let our shoulders relax, probably for the first time today. Just let those shoulders really release down. And like I said, you can have any hand placement you want here. Maybe even have the hands over the belly, just what feels good. And let's close the eyes here, and maybe even find a little gentle sway from side to side, maybe a little bit forward and a little bit back here. And I invite you to try and take any little distractions that are happening in your space right now or wherever you're practicing. I know this isn't easily done when you're at home. Sometimes it's about hiding in a room, right? So just do your best to try and turn down the volume of those distractions, turn up the volume to you and yourself in this moment. Really get selfish right now in this moment. Focus on you and only you, how you feel in this moment, where the mind is at, where the body's at, and be okay with it no matter what it is. And now gently bring your awareness to your breath. Just in a state of observation, not try to manipulate it or put a label on it thinking it should be a certain way. Just observe. And after you spend a few moments observing that breath, maybe even start to elongate that inhale and elongate the exhale. Follow that journey from beginning to end. And as we elongate, now let's start to deepen the breath. Letting it fill every square inch of your body in this moment. Exhale, find a little bit more release. Let a little bit more go. And then whenever you're ready, on your next inhale, we're going to sweep the arms up nice and slow. And then as we exhale, we'll sweep those arms back down. 3 good sweeps, trying to make this wingspan as big and beautiful as possible as we reach up. Exhale, sweep those arms back down. Last one, reach. Beautiful. When we make it to the top of this next one, I'm going to flip so you can see me. We're going to reach and lengthen in our spine and do our best to keep our hips nice and square. We're going to exhale and open up from the ribs, bottom of the ribs up to the left. Inhale back up to center here. Exhale, open up to the right. So that left arm comes forward, right hand comes back. And repeat one more time on each side. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open. Yes, and on this last one, let those arms come down to our sides, and then we're going to inhale, reach up like we have this big wide wingspan here, okay? We're going to take our heart and we're going to lift it forward as that tailbone reaches towards the back of our space, coming almost into the standing cow pose. Exhale, then we're going to take our chin and tuck it towards the sternum and round through, giving ourselves a big hug. Inhale, re-emerge, reopen. Ready to take on this practice. Exhale, round through the spine. One more time. Maybe even pause as we have this big, beautiful opening. Exhale, round through. All right, let's bring those hands down to our sides here. We're just going to take a minute and we're going to sweep the arms up and exhale. Find our first forward fold here. Cascading down. Little micro bend or generous bend in the knees, your choice depending on how tight the back of the legs feel. Maybe even taking the hands back there and rubbing the legs a little, massaging up and down. Physically telling your body to release a little. On your next inhale, we'll take our hands and we're going to slide them. A little bug on me. We're going to slide them up the shins here. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. 2 more times. Inhale. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Last one. Inhale. And we're going to hold here. Just building these neurological pathways so we know what this feels like when we come and we match our breath to movement. We'll do this later in our practice too. So our shoulders are pulled down and away from our ears, nice and long and lengthened in our spine, trying to be as parallel to our mat as possible. Exhale, fold. Take a big bend in the knees. Press into your feet, sweep the arms up, come back up to standing. Exhale, hands to our heart. All right. Now we're going to take a big inhale, lengthen, pull that belly button towards the spine. Exhale, sink back to chair. Beautiful. We're going to hold this chair for 5 breaths. I know you can do it. You can do anything for 5 breaths. Staying strong in our legs, keeping that gaze a little lifted so we're not rounding through. 1 more breath. Transition the weight into your left leg. Power through and come up to the standing knee raise here. All right. Then we're going to see if we can play around with our balance, get playful. Hopefully this wind comes to my advantage a little. And we're going to take that right foot back into our warrior 3. And then we're going to ride that bent knee, ride that momentum back up to that standing knee raise here. Right foot comes down, sit back to chair. Beautiful. 5 more breaths here. You can do this. Staying strong. We're not doing anything complicated today. This is just really about tapping into our power, tapping into our breath. All right, let's gently transition the weight into that right foot. Power up. Strong standing knee raise. Find something to focus on. And then see if you can transition back to that warrior 3. Beautiful. Bring that knee back through, coming back to that standing knee raise here. Find your balance. Move slow. Left foot comes down. Sink back to chair. Strong legs today. All right, staying here strong and powerful. Find something to focus on. Use your breath to carry you through this. Big inhale. And as we exhale, we'll come up to standing and then fold. Beautiful. Inhale, slide those hands up here. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back to plank. All right, we're going to rock out of vinyasa. So inhale to press that mat. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Make our way to downward dog. Beautiful. Walking it out. This is our first downward dog of the practice. So take the time to open up the back of the legs. In fact, let's do a little dynamic movement here. right? We're going to inhale. And as we inhale, we're going to lift our hips up and come up onto our toes here. Exhale, sink those hips back down and let your heels get a little bit closer. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower those heels again. Last one, inhale. Exhale, lower the heels. Beautiful. You might have a little bit more depth now. Staying strong here, powering through all these contact points. Inhale, bend the knees, take the gaze forward. See if you can take a big step to the top of your mat here. Forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift, nice strong back here. Exhale, fold. Sweep the arms up, reaching, lengthening. Exhale, hands to our heart. All right, we're going to start to get into our little repetitive sequences here, okay? So the first time, I'll walk you through it so we can kind of build that pathway in our mind of what it's supposed to feel like. The second time we go through it, we'll match breath to movement so we can really become this beautiful, gorgeous flow in our practice. All right. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Really reach and lengthen. Exhale, push those hips back, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Step our right foot back to runner's lunge. Sink your hips down here. Let them get really heavy as that heart comes forward. Even drive that back heel back a little bit. Now we're going to take our right hand and bring it to the inside of that left foot and reach up with the left hand for this easy twist here. Play around. If you want to take that gaze up towards that left thumb, playing with your balance back on your mat, you'll feel a little bit more grounded. Remembering to breathe. Let's bring that left hand down. And then we're going to inhale, rise up to our high lunge here. Right hip really cranks forward. Remembering to breathe. And now let's open up to our warrior two. So we'll flip the heel of that back foot down, sinking into our warrior two. Maybe sinking a little bit deeper, holding here for 1 or 2 breaths. Just kind of maybe taking a visual look, seeing how your body is lined up, remembering how this feels. So when we come back to it. All right, let's flip this front palm, reach up and overhead to our peaceful warrior. Pause in that peaceful warrior for 1 breath. Exhale, come through your warrior two and into our side angle. So the forearm of our left hand comes onto the thigh of our left leg, reaching that right arm up and overhead. Beautiful side angle. Powering through that whole entire straightened leg all the way out that knife edge. 1 inhale. Exhale, right hand comes down. Frame this front foot back in our runner's lunge. Step that left foot back. And we'll rock out of vinyasa. So inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Downward dog. Beautiful. All right, making our way back to the top of our mat. Big inhale, and then we'll step forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise. Sweep those arms up. Exhale, hands to our heart. Whew. Oh, this breeze feels so amazing out here. Checking in with our energy. Telling yourself you're doing amazing. Sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold. Cascade it down. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. This time we'll step our left foot back. Runner's lunge. Sinking those hips down. Left hand stays on the inside of that right foot. Right hand reaches up. Hips are low. Lifting that heart up towards the sky. Right hand comes down. Set the feet up. If you need a little bit more stability, maybe take those feet a little bit more wide. Think train tracks. Then we rise up to our high lunge or crescent. Find your balance. Beautiful. Building this little pattern in our head, how it feels. Then move on to that next pose, our warrior two. Head over heart, heart over pelvis here, so we're not walking ourselves too far forward. Take a gaze down. Take a visual, mental, whatever you need to find the strong, powerful pose when we come back to it. All right, peaceful warrior. Reaching up and back, one breath. Side angle. Forearm onto that front leg, left arm reaches up. Beautiful. Bringing everything down, transitioning back to that runner's lunge. Right foot comes back into plank. Go ahead and rock out of vinyasa if you want. Now, you can skip these if you want. You're just like, ugh, I can't do it again. My arms are tired. That's okay. Don't push yourself past any limits. Skip it. Take child's pose at any point. Lay here on the mat and pretend you're doing yoga while you hide from your family. I won't judge you for that. All right, let's inhale. Bend the knees. Step forward to the top of our mat. Forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift here. Exhale, fold. Root to rise. Reach those arms up. Exhale, hands to our heart. All right. Now, we're going to go through that sequence again. We're going to make our breath and body match the movement, okay? I will cue. If you have a different time going on, if it takes you a little bit longer to get in the poses, that's okay. We're all built different. Do not beat yourself up or get frustrated if we're not perfectly in sync, okay? Find your own time, your own rhythm. All right. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Step the left foot back. Inhale, reach that right hand up, easy twist. Exhale, back to runner's lunge. Inhale to crescent, high lunge. Exhale to warrior two. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, side angle. Yes, we'll pause here for an additional inhale. Exhale, cascade down to that runner's lunge. Step back to plank. Rock out of vinyasa. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. We'll all meet in downward dog. Beautiful. See how you're matching that breath and body together? It really creates this gorgeous synchronization. All right. Inhale, bend the knees. And let's step forward with the opposite foot. Take that opposite dominant foot. Forward, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to our heart. Yes, taking it to the other side. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands. This time we'll step our right foot back. Runner's lunge. Inhale, easy twist. Left hand comes up. Exhale, runner's lunge. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, peaceful. Exhale, side angle. Whew. Finding that heat. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale, runner's lunge. Cascading down. Step back to plank. Rock out of flow. Meet in downward dog. Getting that heat going. We're doing awesome. I think we can do one more round on each side. I know you have it in you. Like I said, this isn't difficult poses. It's just breath to movement, getting our heart pumping. All right, inhale. Bend those knees. Big step forward to the top of our mat. Forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise. Reach those arms up. Exhale. Hands to our heart. Woo. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, starting with the right foot back this time, switching it up. Runner's lunge. Inhale, left hand comes up, easy twist. Exhale, runner's lunge. Inhale, crescent or high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, peaceful. Exhale, side angle. One additional breath just to help keep the rhythm. Inhale. Exhale, frame that front foot, runner's lunge. Step back to plank, rock out of flow. Beautiful. Meeting in downward dog. One good breath. Inhale, bend the knees, take the gaze forward. Opposite foot, step to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, sweep those arms. Exhale, hands to our heart. Whoo. This is fun cueing. All right, inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. This time we'll step that left foot back. Runner's lunge. Inhale, easy twist, right hand comes up. Exhale, back to runner's lunge. Inhale, high lunge or crescent. Beautiful. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, peaceful. Exhale, side angle. Yeah, stay for that extra inhale. Exhale, frame that front foot back to that runner's lunge. Last chaturanga, little flow here. Inhale, press away. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. We'll meet in downward dog. Woo-hoo-hoo. Beautiful. How fun was that? Got that heart pumping. All right, last little fun here. Okay, we're going to lift our hips up and forward, come into our plank here. All right, nice and strong. We're going to roll. You can do this from your knees too, okay? We're going to roll onto the right feet as that left arm comes up, side plank. Beautiful. Left hand comes back down. Roll those hips and feet so you can come up to the side plank on the left side. All right, little fun transition. We're going to take our right forearm and bring it down to our mat and roll onto our right side. So now we're in a side plank but on our forearm. Beautiful. Now that left forearm comes down, rolling over. So we're on this left forearm side plank on this opposite side. You're doing awesome. And then we'll come back into nice, strong forearm plank here, holding it for 3 breaths. You can do anything for 3 breaths. Last inhale. Exhale, slowly lower those knees down. Take them nice and wide. Come into child's pose. Woo, you rocked that little sequence and flow out. Thank your body. Whew. Take advantage of this child's pose. Let yourself get as heavy as possible here. Let yourself self-soothe that breath. Let's take 3 inhales and let any additional energy out through the mouth. Big sighs here. Notice all this wonderful vibrations happening in our body as our heart is pumping. That's a boost in our frequency right now. Make sure it's that positive energy you're sending out into the world, into yourself. All right, now let's slowly make our way up to seated here, and we'll take our legs out in front of us. Getting ready to do some staff pose here. Okay, so our legs are nice and long out in front of us. shift yourself a little bit so you're on that bony part of your pelvis. Inhale, reach the arms up. Little bend in the knees. Exhale, pull our heart towards those feet. Inhale, slide the hands back. Come back up to this nice tall lifted spine. All right, we'll do that 2 more times. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, slide back. Beautiful. Exhale, fold forward. This time, find your pose. Find your full expression here. Let your head get really heavy. And when you release that neck and shoulder in this pose, you'll get a nice little stretch back there. Beautiful. Gently make your way back up to seated here. We'll take the soles of our feet and bring them down to our mat here. And I'm going to adjust myself so I end up on my mat for this last little bit. Okay, we're going to do a little, what I call a little zombie roll. All right, we'll lift and lengthen just like when we do boat pose. Okay, so lift and lengthen, reach our arms out in front of us, and our belly button comes towards our spine. Think corset here, okay? Now we're going to exhale and slowly lower ourselves all the way down to our back, using the power of our core to do so. Once you make it to your back, big stretch here. Stretch that belly out. And then we'll come into bridge pose. So we bring the soles of the feet back to our mat. This is just great to do a little posterior chain or our back here. Low back, glutes, hamstrings, showing them some love. All right, so let's take our hands and bring them down to either side. Tuck your shoulder blades, tuck your chin without lifting your head here, just so you're lengthening that cervical spine. Now, as we inhale, lift those hips and power through those feet. All right, you can find your bind here if you wish, so interlacing those fingers underneath the tailbone if that's in your practice. And we're going to stay here for 5 breaths. See how smooth you can get that breath. If you feel like your breath is kind of being rough, almost staccato, come out of this, smooth it out. We don't ever want to overstress. Two more breaths. Exhale, release that bind if you were holding on to it and slowly roll down. Hug the knees into the chest to release that low back. Give yourself a hug. This is Apanasana. This is my favorite pose. I mean, you literally get to give yourself a hug. Who doesn't want to give themselves a hug? All right. Keep that left knee into our chest here, and our right leg will extend nice and long. Come into a twist here, so this left knee will now walk over to the right here as that left arm reaches out. Left shoulder gets heavy. Let's slowly come back to center. You might have to hop the hips to re-straighten the spine. Both knees come back in again, back to our Apanasana. Left leg extends. And same thing, walk that right knee over to that opposite side as that right arm extends and that shoulder gets heavy. So this is really about having our heart space nice and wide and open here, as much as it is about a twist. All right, let's slowly roll onto our back here and find a happy baby to close out our practice before we find our final pose here. Grab the outside of the feet, the big toes, back of the thighs, any choice here. I wish you all could experience this amazing breeze happening right now. Oh, it is just so amazing. Find something in your space right now that you're just really grateful for. Even if it's for yourself, for your breath. All right, let's slowly release that happy baby and find our final pose here. We're at home, so this is just a great opportunity to make yourself a little pillow fort if you want for this final pose, our Savasana. Bring those hands down to either side, little tuck of the chin if you wish. Find what feels good, find where you can settle in. And come to your breath, just like we did in the beginning, in a state of observation. And I invite you over these next few moments to try and get that breath to smooth and soothe out over your body. Imagine it's a healing balm, and you're sending that breath anywhere and everywhere, offering comfort, calm, and clarity. Softening that space between your eyebrows, your tongue within your mouth, your belly and heart, hips and legs. Letting go completely, trusting and surrendering to this moment. Please stay here as long as you need, as long as you wish. Know that you are in the right place in this moment. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Please let me know of anything I can give and offer to you all. I truly appreciate feedback. Whether you like something or dislike something, I am here for you. Thank you, thank you. The light and love in me honors the light and love in each and every one of you. Thank you. Do not forget to hit that like and subscribe.